against Tony Ramos. Tony Ramos, a sophomore, busted into the lineup last year. Was not an All-American. Had a very good year. This year he's ranked 4th.
He's done a pretty good job this year. He let up a little bit in the Midlands finals, and he went to overtime, and I shot and took him down. But you know, anytime you're that close, overtime, it's sudden victory and sudden death and sudden death. So you know, maybe he learned a little bit of lesson. He kind of slowed down at the Nationals last year after he came on strong in the Big Tens, and you got to learn your lessons. You know, and your lessons are that you got to go out every time and get after it and wrestle the best you can, and not just kind of win by 1 point if you can win by more, because it's anybody's ball game.
Jordan Oliver came to Stillwater from Easton, Pennsylvania, attended Easton High School. Tony Ramos is a sophomore out of Carroll Stream, Illinois, Glenbard North. Chicago suburb. Key here is to not, for Ramos,
I think the
as
first
Coach
3
said,
minutes,
to not let Oliver get going.
Yeah, I mean, he's got these pins in 1 minute 10, 1 minute 50, 1 minute 40, 2 minute 10. You know, the last 2 has been like in the 5 minute range, but he's pinned about 8 guys in the first minute and 20 seconds, and there's a big shot by him, and he's coming up with a leg too, right there. Ramos needs to get his foot to the mat. He needs to get his foot to the mat to counter it. There's, we went for the cradles out, and this crowd knows. You know, normally when you go for the head, it's not a good move, but it's been working for him. He's been getting a lot of cradles this year, so maybe he realizes he's in a little bit tougher match.
There you go. And that's what John Smith said. He said that since the NWCA All-Star meet, you know, Jordan Oliver has not had a lot of good competition this year. You see the score up there on the in the right-hand corner, 4-4. 2 most storied programs in college wrestling. Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well,
they're number 1 and 2 this year.
Good reshot, but it didn't quite finish. Good reaction. Good reaction by Oliver. Of course, he's the national champion. He might have won by major in the national championship right now. He did a great job.
Jordan Oliver, according to Coach Smith, has done a lot of good things as far as from a couple of years ago. He wasn't managing his weight very well, and he is really coming to his own, and it's evidenced by his undefeated NCAA title run last year. Very important 10 seconds here for Tony Ramos.
Well, he's usually sitting down by now, you know, having popcorn a little bit, but you know, he might have himself a little bit more of a match this time here. That's the end of the first period.
And here's the big fight-off right here. This was key.
Yeah, he dropped his head to do a drive, but then he went toward the head and he spread his arms apart. And Ramos was strong enough to pop his head up and his hips down. And you know, you get a cradle, but you got to usually get it from the top position.
Ramos starts
good move by Oliver. Nice action by Oliver. You know, he followed. Ramos is doing a good job of controlling there, but he didn't control his hips. Ramos lost him on a standing Grandy situation, which is, you know, it's tough to stop when you get a guy. You have to contain his hips, and he certainly didn't. So it was good action. Put 2 moves together, and that's sometimes it takes 3 and 4, but he was definitely putting 2 moves together. The first one didn't work, and he went right to the second one. Oliver did, and it worked.
We're listening to the coach, Dan Gable, Olympic champion. 15 NCAA titles. It's the coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, and we'll talk a little bit about that as these matches go along. But the Olympic trials being held here April 21st and 22nd, right here in Carver Hawkeye. That's a big deal, Dan.
Well, there's a lot of things we can talk about if this wasn't number 1 versus number 2, and it's a pack. So you know, it's like the Olympic trials are here in April, and you know, we want to break all records, and we want to help send that team to London. You know, we want to follow. You get involved with those people, and you follow the Olympics and have a personal experience with them. And, you know, it's also pledge night tonight. And, you know, we talked about earlier about the pledging sometimes. And you know, she said, well, we don't want to pledge right now. We want to get to the wrestling. Yeah, we do. But I'm telling you what, I might have to bring the arm bars out to get you pledgers to pledge tonight, because there's so much good wrestling going on that it may take a trip to your home from me and getting that money.
Well, that's worth giving the money if you can get a visit from Dan Gable.
Yeah, but you're not going to win arm bars.
20 seconds left, and again, this has to be where Tony Ramos would want to be, going underneath.
Nice shot by Ramos. If he can finish this right now, he's in good shape. But it's going to have to be, he's going to have to hurry. He's going to have to hurry. And it's going to, and I don't know if he can get it because this guy is up tougher nails. He's not going to get it. But I'll tell you what, he did a nice cross direction shot. He faked one way, went the other. He opened this guy's up. This is a match. This is a match.
Did you see the eyes? Did you see the eyes of Jordan Oliver? I don't know that it looked.
He looked funny, but I don't think he was scared. I really don't. I think he said, well, I'm tough. I can counter a shot.
Caution on Jordan Oliver. Started a little quick.
Oliver was behind Daniel Dennis here the last time here, the whole match, and won in the last 4 or 5 seconds. So, Oliver he knows how to win. So, Ramos is needs to not spend any time in the bottom. He's going to get back in there.
Oliver's an awful good rider.
He's doing a good job right now. He's got him down. He's got him tight. And this is what happened to Ramos in the Nationals, but I think he actually is doing a better job. But he's, it's 16 seconds to OSU. A point writing time might make the match difference here. So he's got to write him for another 44 seconds yet. Ramos got to his feet. He was, he's almost out. He's got to get to his feet.
He needs to get back pressure.
And he needs to get hand control. Yep. Oliver's doing a good job of just hanging there. I don't know if they're going to, they might call him for stalling a little bit here. Might call him for stalling. And the crowd